welcome. We're going to talk about Clary Sage. That's the video that is today. So thank you so much for being patient. And we'll continue on with ABC essential oils. Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? And so we're going to continue on with ABC essential oils. So just so that you know that my intention is to help you live a more natural life. Happy Friday to you too. And so in doing that, I'm going to teach you about what I know about essential oils and how I learned what I learned so that you can do what you want to do with that information. Okay. And I always provide links. So whatever I talk about, if that's something that you want in your life, I'll provide a link. Today, we're going to talk about Clary Sage. I'll provide a link about Clary Sage. I'll also provide a link on how a lot of people get started. If you want multiple oils to get you started, it's a good way to do it. Otherwise, you could start with one or whatever you want to do. And when I'm talking about essential oils, I'm only talking about doTERRA essential oils. I'm not talking about any other company. And the companies that tell you that they're like doTERRA, I wouldn't listen to those people at all. So I just know that you're watching the right, these are the right essential oil people. So we've been doing this a long time, actually 11 years. doTERRA has had their birthday yesterday or today, 11 years in the essential oil company, being the most trusted and the most pure. And we spent over, I think there's a letter that just came out recently. And I posted it on my education page. So I actually have an education page. This is just for fun because I know a lot about oils and I'd love to help everybody that I know about oil. So but I do have an education page specifically for that. Hi, Christina. And they talk about how much money goes into making sure that our oils are the best. And so it's very difficult for a company, especially a new company coming up, to duplicate that. Hi, James. So it's very difficult for a new company to come in and just be like, oh yeah, we're totally like doTERRA. It took a lot for us to be the company that we are. And so just know that when we're talking about essential oils here, we're talking about only doTERRA. I'm not talking about any other company. Don't forget to send loves and likes and hearts. Thank you, James, for the heart. Thank you to whoever else just gave me a heart. I appreciate that. And share my videos if you'd like. And so this is a great woman's oil. It's for the woman's system. It's also great for men as well. So men, don't turn off the dial and be like, oh, I don't want to know about that oil. It's just for women. It is great for men as well. But it is one that a lot of women do run to. It is actually in the major component in Clary Calm, which is the women's blend. So if you have women in your home, and it doesn't matter if they're little girls get moody as well. So it's a great moody oil. So if you got moody people, even men can use it. You moody men are moody too. You can use Clary Calm as well. It's actually the monthly blend for women, but there are times that it is actually suggested that there are men who use it. So let's talk about this. This is great for the how do I want to say it? Let's talk about things that I can say. It's great for when people are about to have babies and they're about to have the birthing process. Women, not men. They're going to have the birthing process. It's a great oil to have with you during that process. Also, women like to use this when they tend to have issues with their milk when they're nursing. So it's a good nursing oil and it's a good childbirth oil. It's also great for fertility, like the fertility system. And that goes with many, many different things that could happen with the woman's fertility system. So there are lots of imbalances that happen with that system. And so things that this oil can actually help with. Some things that I can't really say on social media, but they're things that you can try and see if they'll help you. They're great also in the men area for the prostate system and the uterine health. So this is a good oil that you can use for that as well. Hi Vanderbilt. Congratulations on your anniversary, by the way. I did see that was posted. Awesome. And this is also, so I talked about moodiness. So it's a good oil. Hi, how are you doing, Tisha? It's a good oil for that time of the month for women. And so it's actually in this one, which is called the monthly blend, and you don't just use it around your monthly cycle. You actually want to use it the entire, like forever. Like this is just an oil you use every day. It's something that you make a part of your routine, because it's going to balance all of that the hormonal system. It's a great hormonal system oil. So this is also, if you can think about the different types of moods that you have during that time of the month, but it's also good if you have those moods that are not during the time of the month. So other times during the month, that not just that week or whatever, that you have those things, but those types of feelings, what are they called? Anxious feelings and some maybe sad feelings, like that's a good oil to use. We'll talk more about the emotional aspect in a second in my emotional book, but it is great for when you're feeling super hot. You get this oil, right? Like, oh, I need that oil. So it is actually a good oil for, you wouldn't put it in the eye, but you would put it around the eye if you have some something that's irritating the eye, eye irritation, and it actually has what it's called here, but eye irritation, or some pinkness that kind of develops, and some stuff around your eye. It actually can help you. You just would put it around the eye, not in the eye. You never put oils inside the eyes, inside the nose, or inside the ears. Oh, did I have something on my tooth? Oh yeah, I ate some tacos. You guys want some? No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking forever. Where's my friends being like, hey, you got something in your tooth? Where you at? Where you at? Those people who are not afraid to tell me things. Maybe you didn't see it, but I just saw it right there. It's like that movie. Oh gosh, what's that movie where he's a llama and he's like, how long has that been there? It's an awesome movie if you haven't seen it. It's a Disney movie, and he turns into a llama. It's a great movie. Anyway, this is a great movie for sleepy time. If you have trouble with that area and you want to look at a different oil or a new oil, a lot of people reach for lavender. Some people don't really like the way lavender smells. You can actually go ahead and check this oil out instead. So this is a good one. And let me make sure that I got everything. It is great for this area right here. So we didn't talk about the issues that people can have with this area, women and men, because sometimes men have these same issues that can be here. This is a good oil for here. Here, this is a here oil. And this is a here oil, and then this is a down here oil as well right here. So you could be good to put those there. Okay, so that is how you would want to use this one during, how you would want to use it for wellness. Let's talk about the emotions, because the emotions, this is a great emotional oil. Okay, I just talked to my daughter just recently, so she was having a hard day like the last couple of days. I just like her, she's been like this, and she's only like 8. And I'm like, I think that this is the good oil for you to start using. I was like, so we're gonna start that and see if that kind of balances those types of things that are going on with her. So we'll see. All right, so Clary Sage, let's talk about the emotions. All right. So Clary Sage is an oil that you can diffuse, you can put on your body, and you can also put this one in your mouth under your tongue, because it has that supplemental facts thing, which is a good indicator that this is one of those that you can do that with. You can choose to do that. And so you would make sure that whatever way you're using the oil, make sure you're really consistent with the oils and that you're using them all the time. Because think about how long your body took for it to become out of balance. Think about how long it took for you to gain weight. It's going to take you that amount of time to balance your body sometimes, not like years. Some people took years, but if you think about how long it took for you, you need to use the oils in consistency so that they can actually assist your body in what it knows how to do best, which is heal. Okay. So Clary Sage for the emotion. This is a great oil if you would like to change your perception about the world. The perceptions that you are seeing are not producing the results that you want in life, then you can use this oil, which will help assist you in the process of changing perceptions. And that is a process. Sometimes perceptions happen pretty fast, where something happens to you and all of a sudden, boom, you have a new perception. It's great when that happens. Doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes a perception takes time to chip away at what it is that is happening with you, or the way that you're thinking. And it takes this experience and that experience and this experience and that, until all of a sudden you have a new paradigm of thinking. And so if you're looking for that kind of assistance, this would be a great oil for that. It helps you to see the truth. Sometimes the perceptions that we're seeing are not reality. It's not the truth. It's some kind of story that we've made up in our minds. And everybody around us is telling us, you know, the reality, the truth, and we're not listening, we're not hearing it. So this is a good oil to assist you, because sometimes we know that we're not hearing it. Like, we know that we're just not ready to hear the truth. And so this is a good one to say, okay, well, I think I'm ready, but I do need a little bit of assistance with that, because it's always nice to have your hand held as you move through some experiences in your life. So so this oil you actually would use at your brow chakra, which is this right here. And so you would just take this oil. I haven't even showed you how to use it yet. You can put it in your hand, just dip your finger in it and just put it on your brow chakra right there. Okay, that's also your third eye. They call it your brow chakra. It's the chakra for vision, and your perceptions are in there. And if you're trying to change your perceptions, is a great place to put it. Okay, and then I never waste oil, so I just go like that on my hands. And I smell it and then put it on the bottom of my feet, or on my spine, or my back, or my stomach, or this area, whatever I want to do, in my hair, whatever I want to do. Okay. All right. So it will help you with dispelling the darkness and the illusions that we build up with our stories, right? That we attach stories to our life. And it'll help you to see the belief systems that are limiting you from the success that you're looking for, or that you know that you can have if you just would get out of your mind, right? Sometimes it's like the success is right there, but we just can't get out of our mind. So it'll help you with that. Okay. It will help you, and it will help you to be open to new ideas and new perspectives, because that's how you change paradigms. It's how you change your perception, is by being open. So this is a great oil to help you with that, to help you to start to be open. Which is interesting that it's in the monthly blend, because I'm serious, when I'm around that time, I have no vision. I'm totally not open to any new ideas. I'm real kind of just stuck into whatever it is that I want to believe. So this is good, because it'll help you women if you get that way. And we don't even know sometimes why we get that way, but I'm with you. I get that way too. So you can use this oil, and that'll help you to stop being that way. This is also great to assist you when there's drastic change in your life. Whether it's a healing crisis or just something that is drastically changing in your life. It will help you to open up to the new possibilities, and the new experiences will help you to see those. Sometimes when things happen to us, we have trouble seeing that it's actually a blessing, right? And sometimes God's blessings aren't so pretty. They don't come in pretty packages. They come in real hurtful packages. And then you open it up and you're like, this isn't the package I was asking for. I was asking for something way better than this. And then as time progresses, you go, oh, yeah, that's why I had to have that happen to me, because I wanted this other thing and that was holding me back, and I just never saw that. So this is a great oil to help you with that. So we talked about creativity. So lots of musicians in my life that I know, and so lots of artists and musicians and those types of people. If you're looking for an oil to help you, it's kind of like your creative muse. If you're looking for that, if you're looking for some some kind of, to open up your creative channels or to clear those creative blocks, this is a good oil for that. It also helps the distracted mind and will help you access your dream world. And so that's where a lot of creativity comes from, is actually when we open up to, when we let go a little bit of our, we let go of your logic, and you really kind of venture into the dream world. If you're looking for that type of thing to be encouraged in your life, then Clary Sage is a great oil for that. It also, okay, hold on, will help you to start recognizing your divinely given gifts, and help you to clarify your spiritual vision, so, or your spiritual journey. So it's a good oil to journal with if you're trying to figure out, why am I here? Like, I don't get it. Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? And so it invites you to expand your vision and break away from confusion, darkness, break away from being spiritually disconnected. If you're looking to connect yourself spiritually once more, sometimes we know when we're super connected spiritually, and then there's other times when we're like, I just totally do not know what's up with me. I'm not there. So if you're looking for that, then you can use this oil as well. Hi, Jean, how are you? And so, so there you go. That's basically it. You can just inhale it. So if you were going to use this, if you were going to say maybe create music, or you wanted to do some art. So I know Will Anderson, he likes to do art, and he's a really great artist. This would be a great oil for him to use before he started to paint, especially living in such a logical world, because Will is a doctor. And so he's constantly in the logical world. And then when it's time for him just to relax and then paint and actually get into that creative part of him, he could actually use this. So I'll maybe tag Will Anderson on this week. I talked about you in my video. And anybody else who kind of lives in more of a logical world, and maybe you create music, or you sing, or just whatever it is that you do, you can actually, or you're just creative, like with your hands. So there's a lot of people who are great at crafts and things like that. And so if you want to kind of up that, then this is a great oil for you. So that's what you do. You just put it in your hands. You can diffuse it in a diffuser. And I don't know if I've talked about a diffuser before, but since this one is not running right now, what you want to do is in a diffuser, and the light is kind of funky. So there you go. In a diffuser, you would just take off the top, and inside there's a little, so this right here is a little red thing, but sometimes there's a little mark. And all you do is fill up the water to that little mark. And that's it. And then with doTERRA oils, you don't have to put a lot of oil, maybe 1-2 drops. With the cheap oils, you're definitely going to have to put a lot. And I wouldn't do those anyway, because they're adulterated, which means they have to be stretched out some way. And a lot of times they do that with chemicals. They do that with, they dilute it way down. So you have to use more oil. These are straight up, this is straight up Clary Sage. There's nothing else in this. So 1 or 2 drops, and then you just turn it on. It's that simple. You just put the lid on, and then you just turn on here. And there's 2 buttons. One says mist, so that turns it on. And the other one says light, which would have a beautiful light on. And some of them have a 3rd button, which is intermittent. And intermittent is great if you have pets, or if you have children, a baby, or you want to put a diffuser in the baby's room, you want to make sure you have an intermittent button. That just means that it goes off. It goes shh. And then like 5 minutes later, it goes shh. And it just doesn't, it's not a straight stream, and it's not continually going. And so you would want one of those if you're going to be in a baby room, or if something like that. So you can diffuse in a child's room, you can diffuse with pets, and you just want to make sure you have an intermittent button so that it turns off and turns on and turns off and turns on. It's not continuous. And so, but if you don't have a diffuser and you just get an oil, you could just put it in your hand like I did, like I showed you, and just rub your hands together and smell it and put it And that's it. It takes 30 seconds to 2 minutes to travel through your body, to help with the creative spark, to help with any of those wellness things that I talked about, to help you start to change your perceptions and to open up yourself to new ideas and new experiences. It's that simple. It's that easy. So what I'm going to do is put the link, like I always do, on the comment or on the description. Leave me a comment for any of those people who are medically inclined. If you can tell me what those words mean, or when I'm done here, I'm going to go ahead and look it up myself and be like, oh, that's what these words are. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Thanks so much for stopping by. And if you have come on here, please put replay so that I know that you watch this on the replay and I can connect with you. So thank you so much for showing up. You guys have a beautiful, wonderful Friday night.